So, hello everyone, and welcome to today's Soul Wisdom Show, where I am trying to interview the lovely Roberta Morris. Now, I'm going to try and see if I can invite her here. So, let me see if I can do that. For those of you, while we wait for you to come and join us. So, I'm just looking for some options. So, bear with me if you come live. Hello, everyone. I have Roberta on the phone with me, but I can't seem to see anywhere to invite you. Link feature a link to your video, questions, polls, video, clipping, graphics, help. No. Okay. So I think we do this as we intended, Roberta. Right. Now, there seems to be a delay on my end. So I can see that a couple of people are watching me. Can you just let me know you can hear me in the comments? Just give me a moment, Roberta, and then I will introduce you. And I'm just going to see if this is working. Yeah, so I think I'm live. So I can just see that someone has commented and liked the video, but I can't see the comments in my feed. So I am really sorry, guys, but we're going to have to do a little bit of techno kind of, I don't know, what should we call it? I can't think what the word is. Right, I'm going to take this out. So, welcome, Roberta. Hello, I'm just going to turn Roberta up. So, can you all hear Roberta? Let me just see. I think I need to put you on speaker. Right, I think we are there. So, yes, you can hear me. Bahar, hello, Bahar. Thank you for the comment. So I think there's a bit of a delay between my screen and me and everything else. But hey, let's give this a go. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's enjoy this conversation. So the lovely Roberta is with me today via audio. And we are going to be having a conversation and talking around the top tips to increasing your social media visibility. And yeah, so we can have a bit of a chat. So, Bahar, can you hear me and Roberta? Roberta's here with me as well.
Hi there.
Hi, Roberta. So, we're going to have a little bit of a conversation. Hopefully, we're not going to have some feedback here. Yes, so if you're overwhelmed and you're kind of like being seen on social media, then this is for you. Are you struggling to juggle all those balls in business? Bahar can hit us both, so that's brilliant.
Lovely.
And are you ready to claim back some of your time from doing everything on social media? This is what is Roberta's zone of genius. So for those of you, we have lots of new members in the group today. Apologies for the technical faux pas, but we're here, we're trying, we'll always find and figure out a way where we can. And welcome to the group. We're delighted to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And so for me, I'm Natasha Harris. Those of you that don't know me yet, I'm here every week at 4 o'clock with the Akashic Soul Wisdom Show, where we are sharing wisdoms of the Akashic records and business and how we can combine spirituality and business and taking action. Where I really support soul-inspired business owners to really take that next step in business to have a thriving business that they absolutely love. So, welcome again, Roberta. Here we are. Found my flow a little bit more. So, do you want to introduce yourselves and just let us know a little bit about you, Roberta, and how you support business women?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Roberta. I run a social media. I'm a freelancer, social media manager and a virtual assistant. So I support a few clients with just claiming back some of their time, managing their social media and doing some of their admin tasks, which allow them to focus more on other aspects of their business.
Brilliant, brilliant. And I have to say, that Roberta and I work together. She has helped me no end in helping me transform my social media over the last couple of months, and I can't wait to see what she's going to do with it over the next coming months. So, I do know Roberta, and she's been really supporting me and helping me in that. So, Roberta, tell us a little bit about how you came into setting up and setting up your own business, working as a freelance to help, business owners to really focus on what's important in their business.
So I started off in an admin role when I left school, and then I did train to be a social worker, and then suffered with some burnout. I went back into admin, and really sort of loved just being there to support other people. I was working in a school, working with a great bunch of teachers, and I absolutely loved it. And then when I had my 2 children, I decided that I wanted a bit more sort of work-life balance and fit my work around them. I was always interested in social media, and then decided to train.
Right.
And thought, let's make a go of this, let's see how we can do this. And I just really love, I'm just quite passionate about helping people be seen on social, and just getting the word out there really about their businesses.
Yeah, and visibility is such a massive thing, and I know that I've always, earlier on in my business struggled with the whole visibility piece of really putting myself out there and to be happy in finding my own voice. So I guess you find that a lot with the people that you work with.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, even with myself, I said to you earlier, I felt a bit nervous. It is nerve-wracking. I think it's just one of those things that the more you do, obviously, the more comfortable it is. And I'm of the mind as well that I can't tell my clients to do it if I'm not doing it. So it is something that I still need to keep doing.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I totally hear that. I totally hear that. I know exactly how that is. And it is a bit like it is practice, isn't it? It's about making, getting yourself out there, trying something new, getting it a bit wrong, making a few clangers and mistakes, and kind of trying to figure out how you can kind of keep growing in that space, and figuring pieces out what works and what doesn't work. Because I guess, working with so many clients of your own, Roberta, you must find that some people, what works for one person doesn't always work for someone else.
No, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just trial and error, really.
Yeah.
And see what you're comfortable with. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So coming on to your top tips that you wanted to share with us, what's the first one that you wanted to share around helping people just here now in this space in the short time that we have together, to become more visible and to get to understand a little bit more about how the social media aspects work?
So the main thing really for me is to sort of get your face out there on video as much as possible.
Like today.
So yeah, like today. So use your stories on Instagram and your Facebook as much as you possibly can. And if you're familiar with Instagram Reels, I would definitely say have a go, because Instagram are prioritising Reels at the moment, and that is a really good place to be discovered by new accounts that aren't already following you. So that's a really good one. So you can create a really quick 15 or 30-second video, and it can be something, just introducing yourself, and you will find that it will open up your account to lots of other people that you wouldn't normally come across. So
yeah,
that's a good one.
Yeah, so 15 to 30 seconds is really, really short. So tell me, what do you mean by Insta Reels? What's the difference between that and stories?
So the Reels is a new feature that they've added. It's to sort of compete with TikTok.
Oh, TikTok, yeah, this thing that I haven't really looked at yet.
So it's just Instagram's version of that, and you will see as well a lot of people are using their TikTok videos. So it's very, very similar, but it's something like you could share a quick tip or introduce yourself. It's up to you really. You can be as creative with it as you want to be, but they're just really good for just getting a quick word out and where it's prioritising them at the moment, it's a good place to be seen.
All right. Okay. Excellent. So that's a real tip. That's actually something that I didn't know. So is that because I know sometimes they roll out certain features to a minority of people, and so what
Yeah.
some people will have that feature. Is that something that's been rolled out? Do you know, to everyone?
Yeah, everyone should have it now.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So have you got a tip to where we can find it on Insta?
So if you go to the magnifying glass,
Yeah.
and you'll see it. One of the first set within your search will be a real video, but you should be able to create it in the same place that you create a story. There should be a series of options, so you can create a story, an Instagram post on the grid, and then a reel. You should have it there.
Right. Okay.
You have to find it in exactly the same place.
Right, fascinating. Okay, so there's a really great tip to start getting yourself out there in really short, quick, and easy snippets about you and to reach a wider audience, right?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
taking lots of notes if like as we're talking here because it's like, oh my goodness, this is great. Let us know if you've got any questions. I can see quite a few people are watching. Just let us know in the comments if you've got any questions about that. Who's doing that? Who's using Insta Reels already? Just let us know, or if you've ever heard of it or not heard of it, let us know in the comments. And if you're watching the replay as well, just type #replay and ask any questions there, and Roberta and I will come back to the feed later on and keep checking in to make sure that we answer any questions that you have. So that's a great top tip. So using Insta Stories and now using Insta Reels as well, just as a short kind of snapshot of what you're about and what you're doing, and to get yourself out there and introducing yourself and what you do.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Thank you. Second tip?
So my second tip would be to make sure you have your name displayed somewhere on your profile. So if you're using Instagram, so your bio, make sure that you have your name, because a lot of people will be more inclined to have a look over your account if they can see your name, that you're a real life person and you're not behind a business name. We all know that people buy from people. So it's a great option to have on your profile. Have your name there for people to see who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so important, isn't it? And I think that's one of the first things you got me to change on my descriptions actually as well, wasn't it? Yeah, because it's so obvious, and it was just something that I'd completely overlooked, and it's so true that when I'm looking, especially on Instagram, the pictures within Instagram are quite small, so you can't really easily see who it is. So I'm connected with a few people that I actually know, but as I'm flicking through the feeds, it's their business name that comes up, and I'm like, oh, who is that? And if it's not really clear from the photograph, or you can't quite see the photograph, you're not really sure how to link those two people together and in your mind. So you're not really sure who it is that you're actually following. It's so true, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yeah, definitely.
Fascinating. Okay, so really easy top tip there to make sure your name is in your bio so that people know who they're dealing with if they want to kind of, I guess, and even if they want to message you, they know how to address it. Like if all they see is mind, body and soul energy, it's like, hey, mind, body and soul energy. It's like, who am I?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it just starts off that relationship when you're going back and forth, commenting and messaging people. Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, it's all about building relationships. It's not, it's the longer game, isn't it? Not game, but it's a longer investment into building relationships and rapport with people.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And your third tip?
So just really consistent and regular posting. So, work out what is good for you, whether that be 5 days a week, 3 days a week, 2 days a week. Just try and stick to the same sort of day, same sort of times, because the algorithm loves that. And will then show the more consistent you are, and then your audience know that you're online and they're commenting and liking your posts. The algorithm rewards you then by then showing your account to even more other accounts.
Yeah.
So just that really, and lastly, hashtags.
Oh yeah.
Which can be a bit of a minefield.
Totally.
So really, I would say you get the option to use 30. I would use all of them.
Oh right. Is this just in Instagram?
So you can use them in Facebook now, and I would say use about 3. You don't need to use a lot in Facebook because they're still sort of testing that app out at the moment, and be really specific with the ones that you're using on Facebook. But when it comes to Instagram, definitely use all 30 to start off with.
Wow.
Because again, when people are searching under keywords, your profile will come up. And then that's a bigger audience for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And something you might be able to answer with hashtags. So obviously I use a hashtag, or we use a hashtag with Akashic Records. And so there is a hashtag Akashic Records that appears in my feed, and that is all sorts of different people that I'm assuming are using that hashtag.
Yes, yeah. So it would be that you followed it. So you can follow hashtags like you follow accounts.
Yeah.
So then you can see what other people are posting under that hashtag.
Yeah. Right, I see. So that's why that shows up. So that's really interesting, because that was kind of what I assumed was going on, but I wasn't entirely sure. It's like, why are all these things kind of so anyone else that's following hashtag Akashic Records, if I'm using hashtag Akashic Records, then I am popping up on their feed.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. But then you've also got to be careful that you're using ones that are not too large. So if you look in the search bar, when you're searching for a hashtag, I mean, say if you put in, freelancer, it may be being used 1 million times.
Yeah.
So you can see, so if you're using a really large one like that, you're just going to become lost in a sea of hashtags. So it's really just sort of nailing down smaller ones. So I would pick like 10 really small ones that are under 50k, then 10 medium-sized ones that are a bit bigger, and then 10 larger ones which are no bigger than 500k, and just keep it to that. And then you'll gradually see that your posts are being shown to more and more accounts.
Brilliant.
And then hopefully you're getting the followers over and the engagement over.
Right. Oh my goodness, that is gold tips. Really, truly. If we can start using hashtags in a proper way, just simply by using the 30 hashtags that you get with Instagram, and then making sure that they're not too large, that's a really great tip. Oh my goodness, thanks Roberta. That's kind of taught me something new as well. About how to use hashtags and all of that. And I guess going back to your comment and your point about, consistency, working out what's really right for you. Don't try to do too much. Is that right? Oh, what are your thoughts on that, Roberta? Just in terms of doing too much.
Well, I think it's really entirely up to you. I mean, your post will only be shown to a small percentage of your followers anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say overpost. I wouldn't say do more than once a day.
Yeah.
But I'd say it's really what you can manage and what you can sustain for the long haul.
Yeah.
So if it is that you can only do 3 times a week, then that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Pick your 3 days a week and just stick to those times, and you can schedule your posts at a certain time when you know your audience are on, and they're more likely to see your posts. So I would just stick with that. I wouldn't do, I mean, your stories are absolutely fine. I would use stories as much as possible. Because they stay in the top section of Instagram, and some people do tend to watch stories more than they do look at the grid.
Right.
But I think just with the posting, it's what you can manage, and do what you're comfortable with, really.
Yeah, no, that makes absolute sense. Don't overload yourself and think that more is better if we can't sustain that for the long haul, and it burns us out and it's just exhausting and we hate doing it. That's the energy that we're going to be posting with, and that's not great either, is it?
No, and it's just really, you just want to put out good quality posts that your audience want to see, rather than just posting for the sake of it. There's no point in that, but it's just doing what you can manage.
Brilliant. That's really great. So, for the few people that are watching, have you got any questions? Type them in the box. Hopefully you found that really helpful. So Roberta, you've got a couple of things that you'd like to share with the community here, haven't you?
I have, yes. So I have got a couple of documents that I will try and put into the group. I've got a 30-day sort of prompt kit, if you like, to get you thinking about different things that you can be posting up onto social media. And I have got a list of awareness days and hashtags that you can use for October, and also a little content plan for the week. That you can print off and jot down your ideas.
Okay, brilliant. That's great. Thank you so much for that. So Baha has just asked a question, and she says, have you got any tips around LinkedIn, or anything that would apply to LinkedIn? I'm not sure if that's your area of...
I am on LinkedIn. I don't use it massively. I would just say it's probably really similar. A lot of people are quite afraid of LinkedIn because they see it as a really professional site, but I would say use it very similar to Facebook. Post the content that you want people to see, your audience to see and resonate with, and don't be too afraid of it, and just engage with people, really.
So same. Building that community and that relationship and being consistent. And do hashtags exist on LinkedIn or no?
I think you can they do use a small amount, but again, it'll be similar to Facebook, so maybe 2 or 3, and there'd be really, really specific ones. Right. So,
okay.
I'd have a look at what other people are doing and use it as a guide. As well.
That's a good tip as well, looking at other people that have got large followings and are using hashtags in a way, and just looking at how they're doing it, what they're doing, and just seeing on that. So I hope that's helpful for you. Colette says very helpful, so you're welcome, Colette. And if anyone's got any other questions, if you're watching the recording, then do let us know. And is there anything else you'd just like to add as a parting thought, or tip for the viewers here, Roberta?
I'm just trying to think what else is there. Also as well, when you're posting on Facebook and Instagram, try to get your photo of you in at least 2 in every 9. So when someone new does come over to your Instagram account, they can see who you are. That's a really, really good tip, because that's the bit that we shy away from and think, well, if I've got one every couple of months, that's enough. But 2 in 9, that's that's 1 in almost 4, isn't it? So every 4 you want to be posting a picture of yourself, and get okay with yourself being on those. And I think when they're real photos or little images, and people can really see that you're a real person, I think it just makes such a difference. That's a great tip. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm so glad we got to get this to work sort of in a roundabout sort of way. Real shame that we didn't quite get it to work with us both on video, but at least we're here. And thank you everybody for watching. And if you've got any other questions at all, please do type them in the comment box. Roberta will comment and add some thoughts in there. We'll put the documents in there. And if you've got any questions at all for Roberta, that you just want to ping her a private message, I'm sure she'd be delighted to hear from you as well, or if there's anything she can help you with or assist you with further. So thank you so much, Roberta, for persevering today and joining me on this half a Facebook Live. Oh, it's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure. And I will see everybody again next week for the Soul Wisdom Show next Wednesday here at 4 p.m. Thanks again, Roberta. Bye for now, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.